I was reading in a Saudi paper, Saudi newspaper, Al-Sharq Al-Awsat, 2 days ago, news, piece of news, and the news says that the Sheikh Al-Azhar, the grand Sheikh of Al-Azhar in Egypt, he is visiting Indonesia. And Indonesia is the largest Muslim nation with over 200 million Muslims. I have visited Indonesia twice. And Indonesian people are among the best as far as hospitality and kindness. So this Saudi article, this Saudi newspaper had an article titled Shaykh al-Azhar yuhadhir min khatar al-tashayyu'. He warns about the threat and the danger of Shi'ism in Indonesia. I was shocked. I mean, is that possible? I mean, a man of his caliber, a man of his wisdom would say something like this. And then I decided to search, do a little bit more search on that, and to find out what the reality behind the news. Here, this is what I found. That Shaykh Al-Azhar said in Indonesia, this is exactly what he says. الشيعة والسنة الجناحان الذي يطير بهما الإسلام وأحذر الشعب الأندونيسي من خطر داعش. Shia and Sunnis are the two wings that Islam would fly with, and I warn Muslims in Indonesia about the danger of ISIS. The Saudis took the word ISIS and replaced it with Shia. You see how bold, how evil those Saudis are? They were upset. They were upset why the Shaykh Al-Azhar is warning about ISIS. Because they love ISIS. They created ISIS. ISIS is nothing but a Saudi baby. And by the way, my dear brothers and sisters, every time I say Saudi, I don't mean Saudi people. The vast majority of Saudi people are great people, nice people. We have many Saudi brothers and sisters who attend our prayers. We love them, we respect them. When I talk about the Saudis, I mean the government, the regime of Saudi Arabia. I'm not talking about Saudi people. Saudi people are great people. I'm talking about the Saudi royal family, the corrupt family that hijacked that country and put its name on it. It wasn't called Saudi Arabia. If you go to the history, there wasn't anything called Saudi Arabia. There is the Arabian Peninsula. And there is Hijaz. There is nothing called Saudi Arabia. They made up this name by hijacking that country, by hijacking the Arabian Peninsula and Hijaz and putting their own name on that country. What do you call this other than hijacking and stealing, a public theft? Sometime a person would go and rob a bank, steal some cash, and those thieves in Saudi Arabia, they stole a whole country. They stole the whole country by naming that country after their own family. So this is the agenda of the Wahhabis, by planting the seed of sedition and fitna among Muslims. And instead of talking about the danger of ISIS and the enemies of Islam and Israel, they talk about the danger of Shia people. What danger Shia people pose for Islam? Aren't we all brothers and sisters in Islam? Does not the Quran say, وَأَنَّ هَذِهِ أُمَّتُكُمْ أُمَّةً وَاحِدَةً وَأَنَا رَبُّكُمْ فَاعْبُدُونَ? The Wahhabis say no. We are not one ummah. We are two ummah. We are actually more than two ummah. We have the Shia and Sunnis, then in the Sunnis we have the Wahhabis and non-Wahhabis. They have divided this ummah into so many groups. But the Quran says, whether you're Shia or Sunni, you are all one ummah. وَأَنَا رَبُّكُمْ فَاعْبُدُونَ, and I am your Lord, and you shall worship me. You shall not worship your own ego. You shall not worship your own nationalism. You should not worship your rulers. Rather, you have to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.